welcome back to the OHSU Effect Inside Health and Science at OHSU. And we want to continue our conversation about the Nike Freestyle Shoe Program, where Nike designers hook up with kids at Dornbecker to design these awesome shoes. With me now is Dacia Kasenga, a Dornbecker patient and amateur shoe designer, and Lacey Cohn, the pro designer with Nike. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Morning.
So how did you two get involved in this project?
Well, I was approached by my design manager in Nike Sportswear for the opportunity to do this. It's something that I've always wanted to do. I've always heard about it and have known other people that have been involved. So kind of when I got the opportunity, I jumped at it. So.
Dacia, how about you?
I had been a patient at Dornbecker, and I had no idea about this program before. And so I guess I was selected by my surgeon, and in the end I was chosen. And so I didn't know about this until I got the news that I was chosen to actually do it.
What was it like just designing a shoe?
It was a lot of fun.
Your shoes are great. They're kind of blue and sparkly. Describe them for me. Tell me what they look like.
They're very blue.
Well, Lacey, how are people responding to what Dacia has designed?
I think that the response has been overwhelmingly positive. I think that her shoes, like any Dornbecker shoe, they really tell the story of the patient. They're very, very blue. If she hasn't told you guys, she really loves swimming. So I think it really encompasses a story about Dacia, and I think every element of what she likes. And that's the best part about designing it, I think, was being able to really, really tell a complete story. The shoes definitely stand alone when she's not around as something that were made by her. So
yeah, so that's why they're blue, is because you like to swim. What else did you kind of think of when you were designing them?
I put in the other sports I played. In the insole of the right shoe, there's basketballs, soccer balls, a swimming sign, and they're just scattered around. And so it's supposed to represent all the sports I play.
Do you have any plans to become a shoe designer when you grow up?
I've thought about it, but there's still a lot of other things I could do. So it could change.
Yeah.
What I want.
Yeah. Well, Lacey, do you think she's got what it takes to become a shoe designer?
I definitely think she does. I think that she has the vision and the creativity, as well as the ability to, she really knows what she wants. When we first met and sat down and started talking about the shoes, she was definitely knew the exact details down to, we actually have on our shoes her own handwriting that we've actually traced, and each shoe says, one says courage and the other says takes heart. So when you put them together, it says courage takes heart, and just all the little details that I think she pays attention to in shoes would make her a phenomenal designer. And when she gets older, we would love to have her on our team.
Awesome. Your first job offer. So, Lacey, how was this different than your normal design process? I mean, not only are you working with a young designer, but someone who has a little different perspective because they were at Dornbecker.
Yeah. I think, day in and day out, working at such a huge company, you definitely kind of get into not the same thing every day, but the ability to have given the opportunity to work with Dacia and Dornbecker was just something completely new and different. The design process itself was actually sped up a lot more than our typical design process. So we had to really, really be on top of our game, so to speak, in working with the factory partners and Dacia and getting the best product possible. But really, I think the most important thing was working with her was you just got this new kind of view on life and this new view on design. And it was just so much more impactful and beautiful when you pay attention to all of the details.
So, Dacia, do you mind if I ask why you were a patient at Dornbecker?
No, not at all.
What was it like being up there? Why were you there?
I was there because when I was little, when I was born, they noticed that I had a hole in my heart. And it was not causing problems at that point. It wasn't dangerous or anything. And so they decided to let it stay there and let it close if it would. And if they would have to do anything, do it later, probably. And so when I was 8, I was going to, I forget which other hospital it was. And then they noticed that there was a membrane growing and it was going to cover my pulmonary valve. And if it were to cover the block the pulmonary valve, it would have eventually caused heart failure, which would not be good. And so we decided, my parents and me, we all decided to get it taken care of. And so we went to Dornbecker to originally get a second opinion. And so we took care of it. And when they were in there, they stitched up the hole, cut out the membrane, found a second hole, and stitched that one up too. So I didn't even, no one knew there was a second hole.
Wow, but you're doing great now. You look like you're doing great. Awesome. Well, Dacia, Kasenga, and Lacey Cohn, thanks for being with me, you guys.
Thank you very much.
It's the OHSU Effect on KXL.